Hello, everyone, and welcome to OurVentura TV. I'm Sandra Siepak. On today's show, we're welcoming Cheryl Bagby. She is the president of the Central Coast Tourism Council here in Ventura, and also the VP of Sales and Marketing for Visit Ventura. Thank you so much for joining us on the program today, Cheryl.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor.
Very good. I'd like you to tell us more about your role here in Ventura and how you're bringing in tourism to Ventura County.
Sure. So with Visit Ventura, we basically are trying to get visitors into our city, staying at our hotels, which builds up the TOT tax, which goes back to the general fund for the city. So we usually market outside of our region, which is, sometimes people don't see our efforts because typically we've always done it outside of Ventura and even the drive market in the past few years. Obviously, with COVID-19 happening this year, we've really had to refocus those efforts. Travel has been greatly impacted, as we probably all know, and really we've had to focus inward on our businesses of who is staying open and really to do our best to promote them and to a much closer community of people. So residents, people that are just maybe outside, and really help those businesses that have stayed open to keep them going.
Okay, good. Now, do you hear from a lot of the businesses here in Ventura County about how we could encourage people to come and better ways to get people out to the area?
Sure. I mean, I think with so many changes that have taken place in the past few months, and sometimes these changes happen on a daily, it's really what we've been doing is trying to help communicate to potential visitors and the community how the businesses have adjusted. So before it was, that they're just even open and doing takeout for the restaurants, or you can get curbside pickup for the breweries. And now that we have outside dining, it's just help communicating their hours of operation, the best way to experience those businesses. Because right now they're so busy trying to follow the rules and the regulations. We really want to be that marketing arm for them and help them just relay what they're doing, and that they're following the rules and the regulations, and that we're keeping our community safe, and that you can still be out and about and experience Ventura in a safe way.
I think it's really important to stress that the safety factors are in place and that the businesses are really moving forward with that. They're really trying to make it a safe community to be in. And Ventura has so much to offer. Let's talk about some of the great things you can do out here. With COVID-19 even going on right now, you can still come out and enjoy so much Ventura has to offer. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very interesting because as we kind of see some trends of what potential travelers are looking for, Ventura sits perfectly with some of those things that people are looking for. We have great open spaces, right? So people, they want to be outdoors and experiencing nature. So one, we have the Channel Islands National Park. I mean, it's a complete gem that's right here in our own backyard. We're so thankful that Island Packers, the boats that are, go out to the islands, are running. They have changed, their occupancy level, but they're running trips out there so people can even go see a national park during these times. We have beautiful, pristine beaches that tend to be a lot less crowded than our neighbors to the south of us. And parking and things like that are much more affordable. We have great foothills and amazing parks. Arroyo Verde is great. So we have, and cycling is huge out here. So we have these great natural resources that people can take advantage of and be safe and be at a distance and enjoy our beautiful weather and still have a really great time.
And I must also add that you've got a lot of great restaurants in the area that, as we talked about, they are remaining open with outdoor dining. And I think we'd like to encourage a lot of people not only to come out and visit some of the beaches and the bike trails and the hiking trails, but come out and enjoy some of the great food we have out here too.
Absolutely. So downtown Ventura, they kind of closed the Main Street area to cars, so it's all pedestrian only. They've done some great fun, decorating of their areas to, still have great ambiance. Ventura Harbor Village has, allowed this great green space so you can get your food to go and enjoy it still outdoors and make it a picnic. And even with downtown, there's so many great parks that Even on a Friday night, some of the restaurants tend to be busy and, there's some waits, but get your food to go and, have a picnic.
And you know what? That's a great idea. I mean, everybody can come out. You can bring the whole family, and you don't even have to spend a lot of money. It's something that you could really just kind of improvise as you go along and just enjoy being out in nature, as you mentioned. I think that really has a lot of good, kind of factors to it. So we hope everyone would want to come out and enjoy this beautiful community here in Ventura. Let's talk about some of the marketing things that you're doing in your job at Visit Ventura.
Sure. So we, like I said, we really had to change our marketing strategy when all of this had to happen. And, we're so usually focused outward. It was like, okay, we need to look inward and what could we do? So, at the end of March and April, when things were really, really shut down and they had the shelter in place, there was a grassroots effort that took place across the country on March 24th for Takeout Tuesday. So just to get people in the mindset that just because we have to be shelter in place doesn't mean we can't support our local community and our local businesses. So we ran with that, but we also carried that on every Takeout Tuesday. And every week we would feature different local restaurants, had different themes. So we got a lot of, had a lot of fun with that. And the businesses said that they would see pickup after we were able to promote them. We also did a Thirsty Thursday campaign, which was a virtual tasting with our breweries and wineries and our distillery. So the week before, we would promote the tasting coming up. People would be able to purchase this tasting package that might include 3 bottles of wine or 4 different types of beers. And then on Thursday afternoon, you jump on Facebook Live and they would go through the tasting and you can do it from home. And we had a great response with that. In fact, we're still running that. And I think also the other thing we kind of took was, these times have been hard and heavy at moments. And so we just wanted to bring the feel good back. So we did Feel Good Fridays. And again, kind of featuring some of those different businesses that maybe weren't a retail or weren't a restaurant, but the surf shops and island packers, who go to the Channel Islands, because there are so many other great businesses that make Ventura so special. And so it was our opportunity, again, just to help them get some promotion and hopefully keep the business coming.
Well, that's some really good information there. And I'd like you to share the website for Visit Ventura so that if folks want to get some more detailed information about all that you have to offer for the community, they can go to your website if you could share that with us.
Absolutely. It's visitVenturaCA.com.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time and joining us today, Cheryl Bagby with Visit Ventura and also with the Central Coast Tourism Council. Thank you for sharing all this good information, and we want to encourage people to come out and visit Ventura and have a great time out here.
Great. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you. Bye-bye. And thank all of you for joining us today on Our Ventura TV. I look forward to seeing you next time. I'm Sandra Siepak.